Hi, Frank Gray, attorney from the law firm of Jimeno & Gray, here today to talk to you about annulment in Maryland. If you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure to hit the like button for this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when we're pushing out more content to educate you more about family law. All right, an annulment, what is it? It's different than a divorce. We know what a divorce is, but what's an annulment? An annulment is literally when the court says that your marriage is void. Now you have to understand that these are very difficult to get. In every appellate case in Maryland that talks about annulment always starts with the same language that annulments are disfavored in the law, but sometimes they're necessary. Sometimes it's better for you to ask for an annulment. Even though the end result may be the same, we're going to get the same monetary reward, we're going to get the same custody, same child support, the same alimony. Sometimes the emotional victory of having a court say that your marriage shouldn't have happened is what you're looking for and what you need. So let's talk about why. In order to get an annulment in Maryland, you need specific reasons. Let's go over those reasons. The first is if one of the people is already married. Now the idea is that's a bigamous relationship. You can't be married to two people at the same time. So if your spouse was already married at the time that you're married, even if they've subsequently divorced, your marriage is voidable. You can go to the court and say you want it annulled because if they were already married, they couldn't have been married to you. The next is if the relationship was incestuous, meaning that you were first-degree cousins or closer, that is a voidable marriage. Next is if you weren't of the appropriate age to get married, which means you weren't over the age of 18 or 16 or 17 with parental consent, you would be eligible for an annulment. Next would be if one of the participants to the marriage was of unsound mind, either because they had a mental condition that prohibited them from understanding or appreciating what they were doing, or because of intoxication. If they were so intoxicated that they couldn't understand what they were doing at the time, you could be eligible for an annulment. And the next is coercion. If there was a threat of force, a threat of physical harm against either you or someone else, and that was the reason you decided to get married, then you could be eligible for an annulment. Next would be a material misrepresentation. You could be married to someone who's not in the United States legally and they trick you into marrying them in order to get a green card, in order to get legalized citizenship here by marrying a United States citizen. That could be grounds for an annulment. The next could be if your spouse had some kind of a sexually transmitted disease that could be dangerous to you that they lied about before you got married and then disclosed to you after they got married, even though they had it before the marriage and knew about it. That could make you eligible for an annulment. As always, I'm going to throw a link in the description down below to our family law book. It's a great resource if you need information about family law. And as always, if you have any questions, make sure to give us a call.